see you at the top. I rise, been through a lot, and whether or not I climb, no one can stop my grind, 'cause I'm going.
What's up, y'all? Another week down. So, I'm just going to start off with this one right off the bat. I'm not going to lie. I was pretty upset once I got my my pay settlement. But it's on me, not the company. It's 100% on me. I made a big money mistake in the month of December because I wanted to make sure that I could actually get home for Christmas. So I stayed out here on the West Coast. Did a lot of California loads, a lot of Oregon loads, and a lot of Washington loads. Well, if anybody knows, those three states are the worst for an owner-op when it comes to fuel taxes and IFTA and all that great jazz. So I made the mistake, big money mistake, ended up having to pay for it this month. So definitely a lesson learned. I'm definitely going to be trying to, if I'm still OTR, because I am currently in the works on trying to get onto a account that we have, seeing if I can do that. I just need to get more info from them, which hopefully somebody will actually get a hold of me here soon. So either way, like I was saying, I did a lot of California, Oregon, and Washington loads. So I was out here on the West Coast quite a bit, obviously having to fill up in those three states. Well, come my pay settlement this week on Wednesday, they added, not Wednesday, Tuesday, they added the, no, not Tuesday either, sorry, my apologies. Monday, they added the fuel tax into what I was having to pay. Swift every third week, sometimes at the end of the month, I've noticed, but every third week of the month, you have to pay your fuel tax for the previous month. Seeing I ran in those three states pretty much all month, I ended up with a $702 fuel tax bill. Swift does not play around with that. Swift will take out your fuel tax all in one go. So I was $702 short on my my pay settlement, which ate up all my profit for the week. I was so upset and so down that I was this close to just saying screw it and telling Swift, hey, I'm giving you your truck and I'm going back to my old company where they took out my fuel tax out of my settlement every week. I was that upset. Well, I calmed myself down. I talked to the people I needed to talk to that are in my circle. Obviously everybody told me the same thing as I know. It was all just a mistake. I did it for a reason though, because I wanted to make sure that I could actually get home. Me living out here on the West Coast with Swift, especially where I live in the Idaho area. Idaho does not have a lot of dry van loads. Swift does the majority of all their freight as dry van. Their OTR freight. They do have a refrigerated division. I've been trying to get in contact with somebody about that, and I've been kind of getting the runaround. Not gonna lie. It's the same as this dedicated account that I'm trying to get info on. I've been kind of just getting the runaround. So, I don't know what that is all about, but I'm going to get it figured out. Next week, I'm going to end up calling my driver manager and going, hey, this needs to happen. Something needs to change. I would like for this to happen. Who do I need to contact to make this happen or whatnot? And like I said, a lot of my issues with being OTR is literally because of where I live, and making big money mistakes like I did this last month. So it's all on me. I had the right to be upset, but Swift is a great company. Do they have issues just like every other company? Yes. Are you going to have negative comments about companies and whatnot, no matter what company you work for? Yes. But overall, Swift everybody's treated me well. After I've worked out my issues with my driver manager, we have been working really well together. I don't know. I just got to figure out, because of where I live, I have to figure out what I need to do to be able to get everything that I want. And that is miles, money, and then obviously not having to really worry too much about getting home or running where I want to run. Don't get me wrong, being OTR, I love the East Coast. I love going out there. I've loved seeing the East Coast. Recently, there's a huge cold front storm going over there. I am very happy. I'm over here on the West Coast right now because I'm going on home time this next week. So I am very happy that I was able to get myself over here instead of having to shut down on the East Coast. So with that being said, Swift's a great company. A lot of the things I've had issues with Swift is all because of me. Figuring them out, getting them worked out, trying to find the best way to go. But just be aware, if you come on with Swift as an owner-op, Swift does take out your fuel tax. They don't do like other companies that I've worked for, and I'm sure there's other companies out there as well that take out your fuel tax in a certain amount per settlement. And then after 6 months or a year, if you've paid more to your fuel tax than you should, then they refund it, or if you need to owe more, then they make you pay more. So that is something that I wish Swift would do. RTI, when I drove for RTI as an owner op or lease op, they took out a certain amount every week to pay towards my fuel taxes. Wilson Logistics, when I tried it over there at Wilson did the same thing. They took out money every week. And then the one that surprises me, because they're both basically the same, is when I was an owner-op with Night Transportation. They were taking out my fuel tax weekly, not all in one lump sum like Swift does. I do wish that they would do that instead of doing it all in one lump sum, because then it I don't know, in my opinion, if you end up doing like I did, you don't get completely screwed with your fuel taxes for that week. So I made really decent miles that week, as you will see in my pay settlements that I will put here at the end of the video. I worked my ass off to try to make some decent miles. I watched how much I went and paid in fuel, all that, because since the beginning of this year, it's been kind of slow for me, and I've been having smaller and smaller checks. After having that fuel tax come out, I was just glad to be in the positive instead of being in the negative. And a lot of drivers, unfortunately, haven't had that luck of being able to be in the positive, and they've been in the negative with owing money to Swift. So I'm just counting my blessings that I was able to put in the miles, and was able to put in enough to where I could cover that $702 fuel tax charge right along with all my other stuff, and still come out with a little over $400. Now, yes, after you take out $200 or $186 for my insurance, It's really like 200 and something bucks, but that's still better than nothing. That's better than owing money. Yes, that unfortunately means I will not be saving any taxes out of the taxes out of this pay settlement. So, but yeah, I mean that. Oh, and found out this week as well, the gentleman that I had set up with to split the referral bonus, he did not qualify because he was a previous employee and he came on and got hired back on with Swift before his 1 year being away mark. So that was fun having that call, trying to explain it to him and be like, hey dude, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to split anything because I'm not getting anything. Just so y'all are aware, that's what it is. Swift will not give a referral bonus to anybody that you refer or uses you as a referral if they have been a previous employee and they were rehired on within a 1 year period. They have to be gone for 1 entire year, and then they can come back, and then they are qualified for the referral bonus. Found this out through the owner op division and through emails with my driver manager and Addison Johnson, who is the recruiter I went through. So just so that knowledge is out there. I will still put my info out there if you want to use me as a referral. A couple weeks ago found out that I would have to be paying for those taxes if I split the referral with you. So no, I'm not going to split I'm not going to split the referral for you. Is it something that I'm going to really push? No, I don't. I'm not worried about getting a referral bonus or getting people hired on over here. If you want to use me as a referral, great. I'm more here trying to make these videos to inform you my journey here at Swift and inform you about the company in general itself. If you want to use me as a referral, I'm not going to complain. I will love that extra money in my pocket. Just know that I'm not doing any of the splitting it between me and my referral anymore, because that's taxes that I'm paying on money that I actually don't ever receive, and I don't want to have to deal with that. So because then I end up technically not even actually getting anything, because all my half the referral would be going into the taxes. So yeah, so in coverage of it all, made a big money mistake by filling up and driving in California, Oregon, and Washington the whole month of December. So I owed over $700 in fuel tax, and then found out info on the referral program. So that's basically the gist of this video. Another week down, a little upset with it, but at the same time, at the end of it, I was pretty happy because I ended up in the positive instead of in the negative, where I wasn't having to owe money to Swift, which is my ultimate goal. Is I want to make sure, no matter what the hell I do, I want to make sure that I don't actually owe money to Swift, and I want to make money. And you can make money here. There's multiple owner ops that I've talked to that are making a lot of money. I've made some decent money. Yes, I have my issues where on weeks where I've spent way too much in fuel, or I didn't run enough miles, or like this one where I had a really high tax fuel bill, and that's all stuff on me. That's not on the company. So Swift in general is a great company, in my opinion. I know there's going to be a lot of you that are going to go down in the comments or whatnot and going to go, oh, Swift a crap company, blah, 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 blah. Well, I mean, that's your opinion. There's a lot of people here who've been here for a very long time. I recently just talked while in West Valley City, while getting the B service done here on my truck. talked to a 2 billion mile, or not billion, sorry, 2 million miler who's been here for quite a long time, and he is an owner op as well, and he loves it. He got his first million as a company driver, and then he wanted the challenge, and he went and got himself into the owner op division and did another million with the owner op division. So I mean, there's plenty of drivers here that are staying around. You go into any of the terminals, it's just plastered on the wall with all the million and multi-million drivers. You have the diamond drivers. Swift in general is a really good company. Now, obviously, every company has a bad apple. You're going to have dispatchers that are horrible. You're going to have planners that are horrible. You're going to have everything that's horrible for you. But that's, you gotta take charge and change your outcome on those things. So if you're having a hard time, then reach out and be like, hey, something needs to change. What can I do to make this change? Like I'm currently doing. So, other than that, as always, I appreciate y'all coming and watching my video. Give me a like, follow, comment, whatever you want to do. I appreciate you guys coming in and joining me on this journey that I am in. We're on, not in. Here at Swift Transportation as a lease op / owner op. So stay tuned till the next video, guys. All right, as always.